It is Wednesday the 17th, and it is 5:09 p.m. I am now pulling out of the parking lot of my work for my workday, and thank God it's over. I think I figured out, one of the reasons why my work drives me so damn crazy. I'm a creature of logical progression. That's always how I've been. That's always how I'm going to be. It's part of how I troubleshoot computer problems. Logical progression. If A, then B. A to B to C, so on, so on, so on. All true troubleshooting should be done in a logical fashion because you're following a path. Whether it be to figure out why the computer won't boot, or, the answer to the math problem, or scientifically what chemicals go where. All of that stuff requires a logical progression. When something doesn't fit into the logical paradigm, there's conflict. The problem with troubleshooting the software that I have to troubleshoot for, is that sometimes things happen that are completely illogical. Now, I understand that in the realm of troubleshooting computers, there's always going to be something that's illogical. That's just the process of why things happen negatively with computers. However, my issue is that it's the problem isn't the computer, it's the software. The software is where the problem lies. I expect the software to behave in a specific fashion. When there are issues that occur that I cannot predict because the software is behaving in a magnitude that I'm not prepared for it to, it becomes stressful, at least in the terms of I cannot trust my judgment because of the fact that if it were working as it's supposed to in an optimal fashion, this would be the correct answer. However, because the software is malfunctioning in a very specific fashion that it's not typical or normal, my judgment is now specifically compromised. I had an issue today with a customer who had called yesterday, and the problems that he had was one of the reasons why I was stressed out yesterday. He was a customer who does taxes. He's an accountant, and a whole bunch of his database files that had last year's and the year before that and the year before that's tax info that he needed to do for this year's tax stuff was gone, and it was supposedly caused by our software. So he's stressed out, and that comes across, and he's freaked out, and he's worried. So that comes into me, and it's my job to, reassure the customer and try to make them comfortable and make them, feel less stressed about the situation. But that doesn't. The urgency of it doesn't help me at all, because of the fact that my whole approach is if this then that, if this then that. Except in this scenario, there was no if this then that. It was if this, something else completely different, no that. So I was pulling my fucking, what little hair I don't have out of my head, trying to stay sane yesterday and dealing with that customer and his stress. So he calls back today, and problem isn't resolved. And now he's got another computer that he has to throw on top of that. So I was on the phone with this guy for 2 hours and 45 minutes, I think, working on this problem, working on both computers. And once again, the software is behaving in a magnitude that it should not. So I'm trying to figure out why the software isn't doing what it's supposed to do, as well as why the problem exists for this customer. It's just one big fucking headache after another with this shit. Then move up, dickhead. Thank you. Yes, you're very fucking special. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, I'm out of work, going home. There was something else I wanted to mention, but for the life of me, I can't figure out what it is. I was gonna talk about the fact that why, stress at work and what would cause it, the logical progression, or the deviation from logical progression, and that's why it causes me the discomfort that it causes me. It's not that I'm not flexible. It's not that I don't understand that the world isn't always logical. I understand that. I can accept it. I can function within that paradigm. Not a problem. It's when something that is supposed to be logical, that is set to be logical, that runs in a logical fashion, stops being logical. That's when there's a problem. I'm not dealing with human emotion. I'm not dealing with, mob mentality. I'm dealing with a piece of software. Software is not supposed to deviate from its function. So yeah. Now I'm gonna go home and maybe shoot some arrows. I didn't do that yesterday. Oh, that was kind of what I wanted to talk about, because I know you guys I had mentioned that I had kitty problems the other day. Well, I took my paycheck and I went and had that bad boy cashed, and then after I had cashed my bad boy check, one of the first things I did right after work, went to the pet store and I bought 2 big containers of kitty litter. God damn it, 2, not 1, 2. I want to make sure in a clinch I have kitty litter, which I do. I am kitty littered up. If kitty litter were oxygen, I'd be breathing for days. If kitty litter were water, I'd be drowning. That's how much kitty litter I got. Well, all right, no, not that much, but I have a lot. That's the point. Anyway, so the good news is that once the kitty litter went into the kitty litter box, the kitties, and I placed the kitties in the box and said, look, the litter's here. That day, kitties used the kitty box. Yay. So no more kitty droppings or kitty explosion on my bed or any other place that's inappropriate. So that's a positive thing. No misplaced kitty droppings. Misplaced in my definition, placed exactly where it's supposed to go by Kitty's definition. So that was my day. That's the stuff that's been going on. That's where my head is. This is a car vlog. Apparently Ken has jumped on the car vlog bandwagon. Hi, Ken. See, I'm not going to get into a canoe. I'm not going to steal your shtick. I'm gonna stay on land. I've already asked people that were at the summer gathering how a canoe and me went. It wasn't a very pretty thing. I don't have any formal canoe training. And for those of you that don't know, or rowing a canoe is not easy. It's actually a little difficult there. It's not as easy as they make it look. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna go home. I got a phone session with my therapist because he canceled yesterday, and he's gonna call me today at 6:30, and we're gonna have my hour-long session over the phone, which really isn't that much different than what I do in the session anyway, because in his philosophy he's taking a very Freudian approach and puts me into a position where the only thing I can do is talk about what's going on inside my head by having my chair face the wall. So I'm not actually facing him, I'm just facing this blank wall, which is supposed to cause my mind to focus on things that I need to talk about, blah, blah, blah. So being on the phone, I guess, would be the same thing, except I'm going to have my computer there. Alright, that'll be kind of interesting. Yes, and then I was thinking about my father, and oh, god damn it, I died! I don't think that's going to come over well as a therapy session. I'm sure that if I react to the video game that I'm playing, god damn it, he scored! That's not going to sound good. And then my father beat my mother, and then he scored. No. Alright, anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I'll talk to y'all later.